Hello, welcome to Dynamic Teachers Hub with Kenneth Ugela, a platform designed to transform your mind for a productive living. And just in case you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe, like, share, and then turn on the notification bell so you can receive more of this kind of mind transforming programs as it comes your way day after day. God bless you. Thank you. Hello, you're welcome back to Dynamic Teachers Hub with Kenneth Ugela, a platform designed to transform your mind for a productive living. Thank you. And then today we have a very powerful program. Today's program is called School Life. School Life. And then today's topic is titled The Price Greater Than School Fees. The price greater than school fees. I know that there are several kinds of ways in which people pay school fees. There are some people who on their own sacrificial will have been able to pay their school fees by themselves. They are the one fending for themselves in school. They pay their school fees by themselves, they pay their house rent, and they feed themselves while in school, doing one linear job or the other to ensure that they fend for themselves while in school. And while there is still another group of people who are being supported by parents, the people who their parents are the one paying their school fees term after term, semester after semester. So when it comes to the matters of paying school fees, I know that it's a very huge price on the side of the student and those who are responsible for paying the school fees. But there is still a price that is greater than school fees. There is a price that when it is not paid, it can end up destroying the price of the school fees that was paid. So that kind of price is a price that worth paying a good attention to. And that price is the price of attention. That price is the price of attention. The price of attention to academic studies is one of the greatest price, or is the greatest price when it comes to acquisition of knowledge. In short, or in fact, when the price of attention is paid, the essence of the school fees paid will be achieved. If the price of attention is not paid, the essence of the school fees will not be achieved. Therefore, it's important you know that the price of attention is very, very important when it comes to acquisition of academical prowess, academical understanding, and wisdom from books, wisdom from your academical field. So another thing that we need to know is that attention has to do with the matter of the mind. Attention has to do with the matters of the mind. And one of the properties of the mind is that it has the ability to travel to different directions outside its container. You can be in the class while your mind is outside there. You can be reading your book while your mind is somewhere else. So it is very, very important that you know how to cultivate the culture of paying that sacrifice of subjecting your mind to the matters of your academics. And then when it comes to the matters of your academics, there are several areas that you need to pay your attention to. There are 4 areas you need to pay your attention to. The first aspect is the attention to class lectures. The attention to class lectures. The attention to class lectures is very powerful. All the studies, all the exams you will write, all the tests you will write, even some of the answers to the assignment you'll be given will be taught you while you are in the class. So when you pay the attention to the lectures that are taught in the class, you end yourself becoming very, very academically powerful to become excellent in acquiring that good grade and that good certificate that will be given to you at the end of the studies. So it's important you learn to pay attention to your class lectures. There are several distractions that may be here and there trying to pull you down and trying to pull you back. Tell yourself that I cannot be pulled down. There is a goal. My school fees must not be wasted. The school fees my parent gave me must not be wasted. The school fees my helper gave me must not be wasted. Even though it was me who provided that school fees for myself, it must not be wasted. Therefore, I must pay the attention to the lecturer. I must pay the attention to the teacher who is teaching so that I can acquire this knowledge while it is time for it. So you should know that your academic studies is within a time frame. If you decide to subject your mind into matters that doesn't matter within that time, and then you end up destroying the entire time that you need to study or pay attention to the matters in your academic, in the class lecture, it will end up making you becoming a failure in the aspect of your exam, in the aspect of your test, and in the aspect of the entire result that will be given to you, and which you will never like when it comes out in that way. So therefore, it's important you pay attention to your class lectures. And then the next aspect you need to pay attention to is to pay attention to your studies. Pay attention to your studies. The books that you have bought, the textbook you have bought, it's important you pay attention to them. You need to pay attention to studies. One thing about attention is that it cannot be paid by a parent, it cannot be paid by an uncle, it cannot be paid by a guardian, it cannot be paid by a friend, it can't even be paid by a classmate or your classmate. So it's important you know that you are the only one who can pay that attention of sitting down and telling your mind to deactivate from those unnecessary things as at that time and focus to the matters of reading that book that will make you excellent, that will make you brilliant, that will make you exceptional in that your class that you have found yourself. So you'll be happy. Yes, I made it through. I was able to put myself to study and I made it. You'll be happy with yourself. But when a situation comes that you did not pay attention to studies and you have a poor result, you won't be happy. And you will not even be proud enough to tell your people, those who are paying the school fees, those who are paying that sacrifices of school fees and textbooks and even the house rent, other auxiliary sacrifices you are paying day after day while you were in school. So it's important you pay that attention to your studies. The next attention you need to pay is to pay attention to your assessment work. Your assessment work. It is true and it is true that most schools rate their assessment work by 40 marks, which includes your test, which include your assignment, which include your practicals, which include the project that will be given to you while you are within your midterm. So it is important that you know that you pay attention to those things. Those things are fetchers of mark. They can fetch you your marks. If that assignment has been given to you to take home, in that practical manual you need to fill at your house, in that project you need to do in your home, you will not be under tension. You can earn yourself that 40 marks, that 30 marks out of the 40, and when you do your exams, put everything together, you become the best in your class. So it's important you pay attention to the matters of your assessment works. That means that you have to do your assignment. You have to ensure that you write your practical manuals. You have to ensure that you do that project. You have to ensure that you study very well to write that test. Even if you are the one supporting yourself, when you see your result, you'll be charged to pull all your effort to ensure that you pay that price and become the best that you desire to become. But then the last aspect you need to pay your attention to is the matters of your exam. Exam time is not the time to play around. Exam time is not the time to watch film here and there. Exam time is not. In short, the aspect of school time is not even the time to play around, not to even talk of the matters when it is now the time for exam. That means when it comes to the areas of exam, it is very good you are meticulous enough to know how you can devise your attention. It's not everything that worth your attention as at that time. There are certain friends that do not deserve your attention as at that time. There are certain kinds of books that don't even deserve your attention as at that time. Do you understand? There are certain kinds of practices that don't even deserve your attention as at that time. So what do? You need to know that things that deserve your attention, you need to know that they are number one, your books, one, and then in that your book, find a way of ensuring you study the aspect that the lecturer or the teacher taught you in class. And then the assignment that was given to you, put them together and ensure that you know them. Over the time, it has been proven that some lecturers majorly set questions from tests, set questions from assignments, set questions from quizzes they throw at you while you are in the class. So you pay attention to all these strategical areas and then you devote your attention to them and study effectively. You are not just studying anyhow. You know you are studying directionally. You don't study anyhow in the math when it comes to exam. You understand? You are focused, your attention is so much devoted to ensuring that you study those areas the lecturer taught effectively. And sometimes lecturer do give AOC, areas of concentration. So you pay attention to those areas so that you can become the best. And of course, there are some schools who give liberty to students to come to their library to sort out for past questions. Past questions are still very important. It is important that you sort out for those past questions that will help you become very effective in the studies of the exam, because that exam you're about to write, it has been written before by some set of people and they obtain excellence from it. So therefore, it's important that you sort out those past questions, you gather the quiz questions, you gather the test questions, you gather the assignment questions, you study them effectively, and then what was taught in class, you blend them with it, and then sit in that exam hall and see if you will not answer your 4 questions, your 7 questions, your 10 questions, as it may in different institutions. So it is important to know that why all these prizes are important is because your academic is within a time frame. Your love life with your relationship partner is not within a time frame. If you find out that relationship would be a major issue to your academic excellence, let it go as at that time. Let it be. You understand? Call the person. If it's somebody that understands you very well, explain to them that you need your mind to study. You need the attention to study, because you can be at home alone trying to read that book. If it is matters that have to do with love and relationship and all of that, it will deviate your attention. And once your attention is deviated, why you think that the guy is not there with you studying, your attention is with him wherever he is, your attention will be divided. And then when you have done all of these things, you'll be happy. You'll be very glad. Even if you are the one paying your school fee by yourself, you'll be happy you did that. Your sweat, your labor is not in vain. So it's important you pay that price of attention. It's bigger than the school fees, because if you don't pay that price of attention, it can destroy the school fees that was paid. So what can destroy the school fee that was paid is greater than the school fee itself. So that's why you should know that the price of attention to academic studies is greater, far greater than the price of the school fees that was paid itself. So it's good. You'll be happy, you'll be glad, and you'll be rejoicing within yourself. How come? Wow, I made it through. Yes, I'm the best. I did it. I made it. You'll be happy. Joy becomes your property. Happiness becomes your guardian, and that becomes the rejoicing aspect of the home when you come home to tell your parents the good news. You see, so that is why you need to learn to pay attention to your studies. So it's important you do all your best to pay that attention. Let all mind distracting factors be gone, and let all the attentions be paid in your academic studies, and you will be happy with yourself and for becoming the best, and for becoming the best person that could come out with that kind of good grade that you deserve truly. Thank you for watching through, and God bless you. And then please, just in case you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe, like, share, and then turn on the notification bell so that you can receive more of this kind of mind transforming program as it comes in your way day after day, week after week, month after month, and you will be transformed and you will be blessed. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.